I am here with Luke Delaney from the UK. He came 5th at the latest WCQ in Cardiff with his bonkers Swordsoul profile. He's going to show you the deck list and yeah, enjoy. Luke, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good.
Yeah, great result yesterday. What score did you finish on?
I finished on 6 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw.
Okay.
I drew to Ben Chalner in round 4 and cool. I took a loss in round 7.
All right, cool.
Ben ended up winning the regional, so good for him.
Yeah.
Round 7 lost to Met Night Invoked and kind of open and playable, but I definitely missed playing game 2, which allowed me to not proceed in that match, so I took a loss. Right. Luckily, won my final round and came 5th.
Okay, great. Let's go to the profile.
Okay, cool. So we played Swordsoul 10 Brave. So I was scrambling to what to play for the regional with a new format and protest going. I had to think on the fly on what I'm gonna play. So
yep.
I thought, what are the best engines at the moment? So I was like, all right, we're gonna play the Brave engine or Adventure engine now, because the engine itself is quite obnoxious in the sense that like it allows you to push through a DPE or a board and then combo off the token. Okay, and it also you can use the Brave engine when you've been scythed. So it gives you like a plan B versus it, and there's also some other neat shit you can do with Brave, which I'll get into as well. Okay, so yeah, so we play the standard lineup of like 3 water,
yep.
1 Warren Griffin, 1 equipped spell, 1 fateful adventure, and 3 rights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It seems quite standard. I'm going to go into more on this card in a little bit. It's very important to note that this is a level 7 monster. So yeah, so you can open this card. It's actually not a brick. In fact, if anything, it's almost one of the best cards to open if you don't already have the Brave engine. Next on we have, we're playing the Delaney'S, and we're playing 3 Adara, 3 Ashuna, and 3 Vishuddha. Okay, falls back onto the whole level 7 logic. This deck can do Swordsoul things, although realistically that's not what you want to do with the deck. You actually want to play this for the level 7 monsters. You can special summon for free.
Yeah. And
also this being a tuner, searchable from Delaney'S Spirit for follow up next turn. Means you can have a tuner to go into Hulk Fibrax, which I'll show later on as well. I love the Delaney package. I'm gonna have to think a lot more on the deck, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't cut them at all right now.
So you're definitely fixing those 9 for Delaney'S. Definitely fixing those numbers for adventures. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't. If anything, I'd probably look at upping the Griffin to 2.
Yeah.
Now this is where like the deck gets really interesting. So we play the Rose Dragon engine. OCG are playing this a lot at the moment, which is how I stumbled across it actually. The Thursday night, I think it was before the event, I was working out what to play, and I saw what OCG's doing, and they're playing this deck, but they're playing all the banned cards. They're obviously banned over here for a reason, because TCG players love breaking formats. Now, something that you can do with this card is, what this card does is, when it's used as a synchro material for a synchro summon, you can special summon a Rose Dragon from your deck other than itself. So you go for the Rocks Rose Dragon, which is also a level 3 Dragon tuner as well, that when this card is normal special summon, you can add a card that has Black Rose Dragon in its card text. So you add Basil Rose Shoot, which is, I'd say it's the extender in the combo line, right? It does something else that's really neat as well, which I'll show you later on. But basically what this card does is, it's a quick play spell, it's searchable from Rocks Rose Dragon. It is probably the truest brick in the entire deck. You do not want to draw this without access to this engine, because it does nothing. However, this card is some neat stuff. So you can special summon a Rose Dragon, 1 Rose Dragon, monster from your hand or graveyard. This does not target. Someone asked me, I got asked all the weekend about what I'm targeting, but it doesn't target. It has another effect as well, which allows, if this set card is destroyed, not by your opponent, from either player, you can special summon 1 Rose Dragon from your graveyard, or 1 monster list Black Rose Dragon, its card text from your graveyard, or a Black Rose Dragon. Okay, so yeah, this card was bonkers. There's actually a combo line where you set it and you pop it with Baxia, bring back a Tai or a Moye, new chain, after that effect, bring that, and then you can make a Shooting Riser. But we'll show you this. I'll try and, if the video's got time, I'll show you. So yeah, so normally like this card and Red Rose Dragon and any level 7, we're allowed to go into Baron. Then you'll get this, and then you'll search the spell, Basil Rose Shoot.
Yep.
And then your board will be Baron.
Yep.
This in hand.
Yep.
You then activate this and you summon the other Rose Dragon from the graveyard.
Yep.
And then you got Hulk with protection.
So basically, what you're saying is it's really important to start with either Baron or with Griffin.
Yeah. But you can also start with the Griffin and this, and then you can synchro this and the Griffin into a Baron. So you swap out your Omni Negate and the monster for a better Omni Negate, and then you trigger this to allows you to go into help. So you're not Baroning on 5 summons. You're not Griffining on 4 or 5 summons. You're Baroning on 2.
Yeah.
And you're going in. And there's some hands where you can go into Baron and have the Wandering Griffin. So yeah, I really like it. It's actually crazy, really.
All right.
So yeah, I wouldn't change anything in this engine.
Yeah, cool.
If anything, I'd play more of it if I could.
All right.
Then we play a very small Swordsoul package because of Yahtzee, something from the deck, and you have to play more than a little slightly more engine with it, so it's not a true garnet or a true brick in the deck. So you play 1 Emergence, 1 Moye, 1 Swordsoul Long One, 1 Taie, and 1 Blackout.
Okay.
So normally you will be using Yahtzee to summon Taie from the deck, and then you'll banish the Yahtzee to summon a token and go into Baxia or Chi-Zhao, depending on what your open hand is looking like and what type of board you want to end on, and whether or not you're going second or not. Alternatively, you can go into Moye and you can reveal a 10 in your hand, and that way you can save the Moye the Taie later to draw, or draw into Emergence later on as well. Long One is there to just to make additional level 10s. The level 10s in this synchros in this deck are very strong, and yeah, I mean, making a Baron, opening this with a 10 is still really strong. You can open this with Ashuna, it's really strong. And Blackout is, not only is it just a good removal card, searchable from Chi-Zhao, but it's actually a combo piece where you can banish this from the deck with Chi-Zhao, which not a lot of people realise, and then that will summon a level 4 Shuna, and then you can use an excess Auroradon token and the Blackout token to go into Shooting Riser, which we'll see in a minute, because we play probably one of the most unfair cards in the game at the moment, which
just on this core. Obviously, it's a weird variation of like 5 Swordsoul cards, and I'm sure people in the comments, if you have any questions, by the way, guys, put them in the comments below. I'm sure Luke will answer them.
Yeah,
with these 5 specific cards singly, we're playing just 5 Swordsoul cards. Are you happy with this? Would you change it? Would you add more? Would you take less out? Would you take some out?
Yeah, so it's really, really tough. Like, I maybe cut Emergence.
Okay.
Maybe cut Long One and just play these 3.
Yeah.
You can't cut Blackout. You absolutely can't cut Taie. You could cut Moye, but you're going to see in other deck profiles there's cards that actually allow this card to be very, very good.
Yeah.
I tested out that today at Cheltenham Regional, and yeah, didn't test it enough.
Cool.
But yeah, cool.
All right.
So yeah, so the reason why we can make Shooting Riser is we play two garnets. Shooting Riser is for this. There's a combo where you can send Scythe off Shooting Riser, and then Shooting Riser becomes level 2, and then you can synchro the level 2 Shooting Riser and your Baxia or Chi-Zhao into a second Baron, and then your board can end on double Baron and Scythe in Graveyard. Plus extra bits if you're able to combo deeper, or you use Moye to draw cards, right?
Yeah.
And double Baron and Scythe is very good because you use the first Baron to target this, and then if they try to negate it, in the standby phase, and if they try to negate it with Chalice or Imperm, you can negate it with the Baron. Now you've got 2, so you're probably thinking, well, why would you leave on 2? So the reason was, if I leave on 1, then they're not going to imperm the Baron effect. They're going to wait for the Scythe summons, and then they're going to imperm this. So by putting up 2 Baron, it always keeps this protected from imperm Chalice. So they have to have Droplet.
Okay.
But yeah, and we play Despot 101, or Despot 001 for the Halka Firebrax play. That's a plan B to get to your Swordsoul engine, so you can run on a Swordsoul board if you don't have Red Rose Dragon. Okay, this card's really good. Sometimes you read cards and they actually do a lot more than you initially think they did. So people don't realise this card gains 500 attack for each machine monster on the field, and you summon 3 tokens off a Auroradon. So yeah.
Okay.
Now on to some non-engine that we chose to play because we did have a lot of space in the deck. I played 43 cards. So first off, we're going to go into the hand traps.
Yep.
So we played Freelancer.
Yep.
Our Broken Code lot discussed this quite a bit. We had a lot of direction from Jake, and if I'm honest, I was opposed to the idea. However, I went with my instinct, which was to trust Jake and the rest of the group, and I did main it, and the card overperformed very, very well. yeah, so you can shotgun this in standby phase, and they can't water Enchantress, which means it's hard for them to get to Brave, which allows the other non-engine cards that we play, like Ash Blossom, to get better, because normally this card isn't very good because of the Brave engine. Whereas this card allowing them to potentially shut them off doing it makes this better. Not only this, but there's a lot of PK. We expect a lot of PK in the room, which there was. I think it's 3 PKs in Swiss, and yeah, Lancer just shot. I think I won like two game ones versus PK just because of Lancer alone. Also tiny other little things as well. Like there's actually a game where I did the Scythe combo and I had this in hand, and I activated the effect of Baron, and he impermed it and negated. I then summoned, and then he chained Call by the Grave, targeting my Scythe, and I chained Lancia. Yeah, that was all she wrote. But no, the card's good against other decks as well. So, and Ash being a level 3 monster that you can summon, level 3 tuner that you can summon from Hulk Firebrax, or normal summon this, and going to Hulk was, and Baron was very, very good.
Okay.
Yeah, so the level 3s are great, which kind of sold it to me. Then we played one Call by the Grave.
Yep.
And you have to play it. We weren't sure if people were still on hand traps, and Scythe as well, mainly Scythe against PK, because it's really hard for them to play around this unless they can obviously double, unless they can double Scythe you. So yeah, so you play Call by. Same reason, not that same reason, but we also play Cosmic Cyclone. The card is just very, very good in this format. Yet again, I was opposed to it, got convinced otherwise, and yeah, this card's brilliant. Another card that I've performed, I'd probably look at playing 3 in the main. Being able to hit the Fateful Adventure, huge. Massively huge. And then it helps against matchups like Prank Kids as well, like hitting place. And you've got to make a Captain Mystic Mine now as well. That isn't just Draco back. So yeah, one cut that. And then, so we were unsure if a lot of people were playing a deck similar to the one I'm playing, or people would be on Prank Kids and PK. So yeah, we were kind of right. So PK, Prank Kids, and a deck that has the same concept of this was being played.
Yeah.
Droplets came in clutch. I won a few games because opening Droplets going second, and yeah. Side him out going first, but yeah, it's pretty good. I like the card a lot. Definitely worth the price tag. I think this is essential this format actually.
Oh yeah, every deck's gonna play it.
It's good at every point in the game.
It's not even in this format. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. All
so
right.
That's the main deck.
Let's see the extra deck.
So the extra's pretty cool. So I'm gonna apologise that there are some cards that I've had to proxy because
All good.
I've had to go give stuff back because I borrow cards. So tokens.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. So we play 2 Baron.
Yeah.
This is a proxy one.
Cool.
We've already covered this, so we played 2 for the combo. It came up in a match where I could only make 1, but later on that game I ended up needing a second, and because this one was in the graveyard. So yeah, I made another one. Which is great.
Okay.
Then we played Chi Zhao.
Yeah.
Just gonna order over here. It never came up that I needed a second, but when building the deck, I was kind of stuck in Swordsoul mode, and yeah, I felt like I'd missed a second. There's not a single time where I made this. It's what I'd need to make 2 in a game, and a lot of games I didn't even need to make it at all.
Okay.
So then we've got 1 Baxia, 1 Yahtzee. You play Yahtzee for the Hulk Firebrax combo, and you play Baxia for the combo of Red Rose Dragon.
Yeah.
When you can pop Basil Shoot, bring back the level 4 non-shooter, and then Basil Shoot, bring back a Red Dragon, and then you can go into Riser, which you play here. Rose Dragon. It being a tuner is really useful. So if you actually don't want to use it to make a second Baron, or because you've already been through one at some point in the game, you can use it to quick synchro during their turn after using Chi Zhao's effect and go into like a Chen Ying. And there's a really neat interaction with that as well, where you activate Chi Zhao, Chainlink. Well, this is your board. This is level 2. Chi Zhao, Chainlink 1. Rise Dragon, Chainlink 2. And then you summon this guy. On resolution, a card has been banished as cost. This recognises that, and then will trigger and banish a card on the field and engrave.
Broken.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I actually didn't realise that interaction until Friday night, where Jamie Hunter pointed it out to me.
Cool.
So yes, we play 1 Chen Ying. Play 1 Chen Ying. I almost wanted to play 2 of this, but I kind of wanted flexibility, so I played this. The new card from Battle Chaos. I've seen a lot of people saying they don't like this card. This card almost single-handedly will defeat the Brave Engine when you have this and your opponent tries to play the Brave Engine, because it outs the Special Summon Monster and it outs the Rights of Arnesia. The Fateful Adventure. And the damage that it inflicts is very, very undermined by a lot of people in the community right now. So what people don't realise is that the way this deck will play, it'll put your opponent into a position when you're playing through their board. You can end on this, and you normally end them on around about like 1,200 life, maybe like 1,000 life points, and they can't activate a card if they lose, so that you just win. Just like if someone
Nice.
listens, you win. There's nothing they can draw to out it.
Okay.
Just chains onto.
Yep.
And then I play Mecha Phantom Beast Aurodon and Hulk Firebrax.
Yeah.
These normally two always get summoned in the same
Broken.
turn.
These two are broken.
You know what these cards are now. They've been around for too long.
Yeah.
And they keep banning the cards that need to find Hulk Firebrax summons.
It may change.
Hopefully, yeah. So we're gonna play 2 Monk Continue. You don't need to play 3. You absolutely have to play 2.
Yep.
Because sometimes you need to Ashina to summon the 1. You summon Ashina, summon this.
Yep.
And then you Ashina, summon Adara, and then make the second so you can get the Adara into grave. That also thing with Adara is also for Vishnu as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to play 2, you can't play 3. And then we played some tech choices. Now this one is definitely known. People have been known to use Shen Shen. Came up for me in 2 matches, 2 games, and I don't think I needed it. Like basically, it was more to like just kind of play around, drop them, drawing droplets when they got cards on board. It got Zeus once, and I brought it back next turn and dropleted a Zeus.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was neat.
Okay.
But so a friend of mine, Alex, I think he's been on Jake's. He's definitely been on Jake's channel before. Nature Beast.
How was this?
Didn't summon it once,
Okay.
but knowing that it was in my extra deck, knowing that if I play against Invoke Dogmatica Shadol,
Yeah.
and I'm going first and I can make this, it's probably going to seal me the game.
Okay.
Not only that, but it gives you good coverage versus decks that you would not want to play in the first 2 or 3 rounds of a regional like Mystic Mine.
Okay.
Yeah, and you could open a hand of like that can put out this Griffin Rider, this Baron and Shizhao with a blackout set,
Nice.
and that's a pretty cool board. I
Yeah.
can't remember how I did it because it required very specific cards. But making this is quite simple. All you need to do is special Adara, and then write our Aramisa. Because the Aramisa, the adventure token is an Earth monster, and
Yeah.
Adara is an Earth monster, tuner.
Yeah.
Also, so is Despot. So you can even just go that normal summon Despot and make this.
Nice. Mate.
So
Okay.
there's loads
So
of
it's pretty,
routes to
so
it.
it's pretty simple to make.
Yeah, this is not like
easily
this isn't.
accessible.
I wouldn't even say this is a flex spot. Shen
fine.
Shen is a flex spot. This is not a flex
All right.
spot.
Cool. So that's 15. Great.
Cool. So now we're gonna do the side deck.
Yep.
So yeah, again we're going into a new format. So not only is it a new format, but we've had Battle of Chaos release, which means decks are going to change. People can play new stuff. Everyone went cold. No one was talking to each other. Everyone was working on their own stuff, and that really showed in Cardiff Regional. So we kind of went with the most standard side that we possibly could. That didn't force us to take out too much of our engine when siding in and out. So we went with 3 Gamma and 1 Driver.
Yeah.
This card overperformed the entire weekend. It actually performed better than the last format because we weren't the only people that are main decking Lancia or siding into Lancia. People didn't know what this deck did. It had the rogue factor, so people were keeping in the Lancia, thinking I'm playing Swordsoul. Boom, they're shotgunning that Lancia in standby or
Yeah.
draw phase. I'm slamming on the Gamma. I'm summoning Driver and I'm making Hulk, or I'm making I'm making Hulk, or I'm comboing off with these and just killing them, right?
Yeah.
Card's brilliant.
Okay.
It's also an out to Scythe as well, which is really neat. And so it also allows my Cosmics to be good. So you can open like this in Cosmic.
Yep.
You can let PK do their full combo, and then when you go to standby phase, you activate Cosmic. You target their Scythe. They activate Wandering Griffin,
Yeah.
and then bang, you Gamma it.
Okay.
It resolves, right? It's too good.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. That's staying on the side for a while until things change. So we played 3 Token Collector. We side went in because you can send this off Shooting Rise, which is great.
Yep.
Not only that, but side 3 against Swordsoul, and you can even side 3 against Prankids. And I think it's very good to do so with them using Pranks tokens and the Brave engine.
Okay.
The only sad thing is that it does conflict with the Gamma package, so you can time it away. You can use your Gamma first and then Token Collector.
Yeah.
And this obviously does conflict with our deck as well. But we can also just normal summon the tuner and use this that's on the board and our tuner to make it Hulk.
Yeah.
Because Hulk itself is a way to, it's not full combo, but it's enough to kill them and set up. So yeah, 3 Token Collector.
Yeah.
And we played back row removal. So we played 1 Reboot,
Yeah.
1 Cosmic Cyclone, which is the 3rd of we've main 2. I didn't play against a single Eldritch player at all, but I wanted to be prepared because I expect that deck to be everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to lose the skill drain. And then we played. There should be 3 copies of Lightning
Yeah,
Vortex.
free
So
Lightning
for people
Storm.
that have got this muted, we've got 3 Lightning Storms. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's for Swordsoul, like standard 10 Swordsoul, and it really punishes them when you bait the Baron negate and then you just lightning storm. Boom. You play it on blackout and then you have free reign to do everything you want to do. A lot of people were playing around this, but it didn't matter. So I was always destroying the cheese out that they can't put in defense.
Okay.
There's 3 of these, not 1.
Yep.
Then we started 3 Solemn Judgments.
How was this?
This card was terrible,
Okay.
if I'm honest with you. So my initial reasoning was, well, I want to be able to set Solemn Judgment to play on droplets when I do my combo, but maybe I was being too ambitious, but an overlooked and big important factor about this card is that the Brave Engine puts out 2 2000 attack monsters and a bounce for any card on your field.
They do.
So they play their best engine first. You Solemn Judgment because you have to, right? Or you're forced to do it. And then they go, okay, cool. You've got another set, like I don't know, like an Imperm, or a Chalice, or a Droplet. And then boom, they're going to Draco back it, or they're going to Draco back your monster that's in defense mode, and they're going to attack with both their 2k token and their 2k Griffin Rider.
Yeah.
You're dead. So yeah.
All right.
It's too scary to activate.
All right.
Yeah. So that's the main deck, side deck, and extra deck.
Okay, so let's look at this combo.
Okay, cool.
All right, thank you, Luke. Congrats on your 5th place finish.
No problem at all.
All right.
And yeah, I'd like to give some shout outs quick if that's right, Jake.
Go ahead.
I couldn't help myself. I said I wouldn't, but I got to. I'm going to shout out Jake. Great coach, really helped me. And I have to shout out the Broken Code a lot because, man, I've been so annoying this weekend, so I owe them an apology. We've all been trying to build our decks, and I'm just there like every 10 minutes. Guys, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this? Because maybe it's an attention-seeking thing, or maybe I just wanted my deck to be insane. But yeah, we all had insight into this deck. I'd say at least 30% of everyone, at least 30% of this deck was built by my group as well as me. So yeah, I put 70% of the work in with the hours. But yeah, this deck's insane. Yeah, definitely.
All right,
absolutely.
great. All right, Luke, thank you. Look after yourself, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.